Lunatics, welcome back to the channel. For anybody that's tuning in for the first time, I'm Matt Luna and you are watching my YouTube channel, and if you're new you should subscribe. But we're back on the lake and we're gonna do some fishing. Haven't been out here in quite some time, so I don't really know what's going on, but I think we're just gonna go fishing. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do. Might throw some worms, might throw some jigs, crankbaits, I don't know. We got the whole tackle box that we can choose from, so we're just going fishing and looking forward to catching some fish. I've had some tough trips not too long ago, but Texoma, we got Texoma coming up. I'll be heading out to Oklahoma here pretty soon to head out to Lake Texoma to go do some fishing. MLF Big 5 Toyota Series event. Can't wait to get on the road, get out there and do some of that. But today we're going fishing. We're trying to catch some largemouth bassies out here in San Diego. So let's go catch some fish, and hope you guys enjoy today's video. There's one. There's a jig fish. Oh, it's a good one. Oh, it's a good one. Stay on fish. Stay on fish. Oh yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. There we go. Look at that, guys. Holy mackerel. That's a good one. Look at that jig right there. Look at that jig. Hopefully you guys can see it in there. Stand-up football jigs. I got those for sale on my website right now, guys. Go get them. That's a beast, guys. That's a beast. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Choked it too. Choked it down there. I'll have to get pliers for this guy. Look at that thing. Look at that fish. Well, buddy. Pretty cool, guys. First fish of the day is a good one. That thing's probably pushing 6, I would think. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a good one for sure. Got that stand-up football jig. I make those myself with the do-it molds, and got it paired up with the 6 cents unicorn rod, 7'3", Daiwa Tatula, 7.3 to 1 gear ratio. This is the Tatula SVTW, and 12-pound test on here, half-ounce jig. And like I said, I got some of these stand-up jigs for sale on my website, mattlunafishing.com, and I only got a limited amount of them. I'm not gonna be making these non-stop, trying to keep them in stock, so once they're gone, they're gone. So that last fish was crazy. I didn't feel any bite. I could just feel the line just go slack all of a sudden, so I knew that something was different, and swung on it, and there it was. A lot of times when you're going through the rocks fishing a jig, you'll feel that jig going through all those rocks, and a lot of times you feel that bite, but sometimes those bigger fish, they either rip the rod out of your hand or you feel nothing. And this time we felt nothing, and that jig was deep down in there. It wasn't like in its throat or anything like that, but it choked that jig. I had to get the pliers out in order to get the jig back out of there and everything. Good fish, good way to start off the day. Not gonna lie guys, a little bit tough out here today. I've only gotten a couple bites so far, but I did get that big one on the jig. That was pretty cool. But overall, kind of a grind, kind of a tough day. But we still got some time to hopefully catch another fish or two. But make sure to go check out Waterland sunglasses, guys. If you haven't gotten a pair of Waterlands, you definitely need to. The Waterlands are my favorite sunglasses. I got the Ashor model on right now, and with the spawn coming up, you're gonna be sight fishing. You're gonna be looking for those beds. You're gonna be looking for those fish on the beds, and you got to have a good pair of sunglasses in order to catch those fish, to be able to see them, to be able to see if they eat your bait or not. And that's why a lot of guys will use those white color baits or real bright color baits, so that way they can see the bait down there in the water. And a good pair of sunglasses like Waterlands are gonna do the job for you. Go check them out, waterlandcode.com. Use my code LUNA10 to save some money on the sunglasses. You can also get a pair of Waterlands at 6centsfishing.com and use my code LUNA10 there as well. But sight fishing's coming around the corner. You guys are gonna need a good pair of sunglasses to do that. And then even if you don't like to sight fish, if you're one of those people that don't wanna fish for those fish on the beds, good pair of sunglasses is gonna save your eyes while out in the water, protect you from, you know, weights and everything coming back. If you set the hook and it comes back into your face, it's happened before. But check them out, waterlandcode.com. Use my code LUNA10. There's one. Little one, I think. Another jig fish, though. Yeah, little guy. Little guy, stand-up jig. Made it myself. Look at that. Look at that, right there. Little guy, we'll put him back. He ain't live well worthy. Oh, that guy's got a worm in his throat too. Check that out. Dude's hungry. Hungry. One of the things I really like about this jig is that it's compact. Sometimes if the fish will want a big jig, sometimes they want a compact jig. And I have found for a lot of the areas and lakes that I fish, that compact jig does really well. Another good jig that's compact is the 6 cents ball head finesse jig. I think that's a real good jig as well. I've caught some smallmouth, caught largemouth on that one as well. And I think either one of those would be real good for the situation right now. But I think one thing that really is important when it comes to jig fishing is the trailer. Not so much the color, as long as it's not something like super off the wall or whatever, but as long as you stick with like natural colors, black and blues, green pumpkins, brown, stuff like that, you're pretty much, you know, in the right color zone. And the next most important thing is going to be the trailer. And I found that changing up the trailer is really what makes the difference on whether you get bites or not. So for example, I was using a beaver style trailer, which has little to no action to start off the morning, and then I switched it up to something that had a little bit more action, and now I've gotten a couple bites. And a lot of times they were both the same color, both of them were green pumpkin trailers, but just adding something on there with a little bit more action made the difference, and now I'm getting bites. So try that next time you're throwing a jig and you're not getting bit on it. Just switch up that trailer and see if you can't change from something that had a lot of action to something with a less action, or vice versa. But making those changes can really make the difference between getting bites and not getting bites. Well guys, definitely sucked it up today. I don't know what the deal was. I fished shallow, fished deep, I fished shaky head, I fished a Carolina rig, I fished a jig, I fished a crankbait, you know, fished a bunch of different stuff, and I just couldn't seem to get stuff going. And a little frustrated about it, but it doesn't count for anything. But unfortunately, not as good of a video as I would have liked. But hopefully you guys learned something about the jig that I was talking about earlier in today's video. The jig can catch big ones, as you guys saw in today's video. That was a pretty good fish. And don't forget, got those jigs for sale on my website, mattlunafishing.com. I also got some pretty cool spinnerbaits on there as well, so make sure to go check those out and pick some up before they are gone, because once they're gone, that's it. I don't plan on keeping them in stock or anything like that, so once they're gone, they're gone. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!